Is this gonna give me Plumbing Story? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. If it was, I would have been shocked if we just started off like that. Greetings, Entities and Guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to AREN Kingdom, where I'm kind of in a rush because it's like 3 o'clock, and I only posted like a community post at 2:30. So, what are we doing today? I can tell you what we're doing today. We're going to go ahead and, is this the wrong place? Yeah, it's wrong. We got to go to the Gacha, and there's something that I completely forgot about. There's new treasures out. I just completely disregarded it because I completely forgot they were a thing. But we have nearly 1,000 treasure tickets, so what I did was the most sensible thing, in which I have the two new treasures, which one of them is called the over here, the subtle fragrant remedy, saying removes debuffs towards the 2 allies with the lowest HP at any moment, heals 25% of each ally's max HP, and provides debuff resistance 15% for 15 seconds. If target's amplified buff is increased, they will have 12% of their max HP healed additionally, and gain healing for 10% for 15 seconds. Basically just means like, hey, guess what? If you actually manage to have like low HP or something like that, or no, it just removes debuffs from allies and it gives you a lot more resistance in HP. Now, the other new treasure that they added over here was the Grey Sage's Gem, which says, at the beginning of a battle, provides damage resist plus 15% for the team. Allied cookies who are granted immortality receive the Grey Sage's Gem buff, providing attack plus 20%, damage resist plus 15%, max HP plus 35%, and cookies with this buff are healed for 5% of max HP every 4 seconds, and gain an HP shield for 20% of 4 seconds. Grey Sage's Gem buff can be applied once to a total of 3 cookies at a time. Which is interesting because it says it can be applied, but it's a passive item, so that means you would need to activate it. So I'm pretty sure, because basically I'm pretty sure it just means like, or is that how it works? I'm hoping that's how it works. All I know is that's how the slingshot treasure worked, which that was a good thing to take care of bosses, I'm pretty sure. But that's a rare, so obviously I can't choose that, but I think that's how that works. Anywho, what I need to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and try and get these treasures. So, with that being said, I'm going to see if I can recomment from the video a new part of the Might of the Ancients. Because, you know, Might of the Ancients, that's pretty cool. Yeah. You know, I'll just do the treasure pull immediately right here, just so I can go ahead and just get it out of the way. So, if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on these videos, and feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. So we'll just start this off, because considering we're probably going to be spending a lot of time here, we're just going to start this off with a comment from Kara the Melodious Gamer, which says, just drinks and snacks. For the question of the day, whenever I feel like having, all the ancient stories are in the Tower of Records. When looking at Pure Vanilla's gallery on the wiki, he had hair tufts when he was younger, and oh, well, there's the Grey Sage's Gem. It's a good thing we managed to get that. I also want to get that whistle leveled up because I think that would be very helpful. Anyway, he apparently had some hair tufts when he was younger from when he was a kid before getting a soul gem. I sometimes see in the comments and vids people comparing Shadow Milk to Farina from Genshin Impact? If you do have facts or short from White Lily, I'm not sure if this is a theory well known or was personal, but before White Lily was set to be unlocked, she was going to be a support cookie. Now, I'm pretty sure that would be an interesting fact for me to do White Lily cookie facts, so I might talk about that in the future, so that'd be nice. But let's be honest, you're not the only one who would like see people compare AREN Kingdom to Genshin Impact, because everyone's just gonna go ahead and do that. Do I even need to mention Burnt Cheese Cookie? I don't think I do now, do I? Because that's going to bring up a lot of memories back when they first released. And all just comparing them to that plug... What was their name? Gino? The other plug who looked like a pharaoh. Doesn't matter. But that's basically what happens. But that's what happens when you have a big game trying to, you know, do things. And obviously, people are going to go ahead and compare it with another thing. So it's fine. So, while I go ahead and... got another Grey Sage's Gem. That's pretty nice. But... while I go ahead and gather up all these treasures, which we're only just going to do a solid amount of pulls, which, hey, there we go. There's the other new treasure, the Subtle Fragrant Remedy. So we have both new treasures, which are pretty good. So maybe I can test them out at the end of the video. But while I'm going ahead and doing these pulls, I guess I could also talk about my day while I'm reading these comments. Grey Sage's Gem, of course. How many whistles have we gotten? Because I don't even think I've gotten like one. I don't know. But with that being said... something about my day is I kind of just slept most of the day because I was doing stuff on another Minecraft server. I swear, it's like every couple of months where I join someone else's Minecraft server, I just decide to do whatever I want in it. I swear, that's what's happening. Anyway, during that, I may as well... oh, there we go. There's a plumbing whistle. So close to getting that max level. Hopefully I can reach. But, anywho, I was just doing stuff on that Minecraft server, and I was, like, grinding on that server, you know, Fortune 3, you know, the grind. And another thing, two cool things happened today. Here's something cool that I could talk about number 1. Though we are getting close to the end of the treasure pool, so obviously it might be up and coming soon that this is done. May as well just spam through all of these. Okay, Cape of the Vanquisher, nice. Because, you know, I want to make sure I get through these treasures, while also being sure that I have enough time to talk without being interrupted. Unless if I'm reading a comment. And how much of theirs is left? Okay, let me do a guess. 3? Never mind. Okay, so we ended up getting about like only 14 epics, and then constant amount of commons and rares, like sheesh. At least these give us mileage to some extent. You'd be better to get the mileage for all these, so many flipping slingshots. But I did get 3 of the Blue Sage gems, 1 of the pheromone thing, the Healy thing with the shield, and also a couple of other things, which I really hope I got more of the whistles. That'd be real nice. I got more of the green thing right here instead of the whistles. How the flip is that possible? Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about some of the other cool stuff that happened recently. So, one thing that happened was I finally got a call with a really good chiropractor. Now, unfortunately, I will admit, which is kind of upset, they can't take my insurance. Now, it's not over like, oh no, we don't accept it. Because here's the thing, they actually knew of the insurance I had. But, of course, I'm not going to disclose any of that super further. But all I'm saying is, like, the insurance I have, it basically, like, says it wouldn't insure a chiropractor unless if I was a minor. So, of course, that was kind of upsetting, but they told me about their pricings, and they said it would be a bit pricey for, you know, new patients, but I think in the end still be worth it, because I think coming back every time, it would only take around, like, maybe 30-ish, and the best part, they actually mentioned how, like, every single time that, like, you know, well, any time that anyone happens to come in, but they're a new patient, but they mentioned how they have, like, you know, insurance that couldn't be covered, but not because the insurance denied it, it's because it would only be covered by a certain group. Instead, they were just like, you know what? We'll give you a discount on it. How about that? Like, I'm sorry, but that's the coolest thing you can do. Because it means, like, if you can't afford it, that means, like, we'll just make it a little bit more easier on you. And they were really nice on the phone, too. Like, very accepting to, like, take, like, multiple days that I could come in. Because I did call one place earlier. Problem with that place is that, like, you know, they just willingly told me that, like, my insurance wouldn't be accepted. Their pricings for, you know, being a first patient was lower, but it'd be kind of higher raised later on because it would be more expensive to be a reoccurring patient at that place instead of the other one. Plus, the other place that I had a bunch of reviews. The place I ended up wanting to go to had a bunch of different, like, reviews on it. It's nearly a 5-star. I think it's like 4.9 or something. And it's incredible. But with that being said, also just to state this, to make sure that there's importance of this, they literally told me, we won't accept patients, but we'll give you like a week in advance, so we can accept you on like 2 of those days, or maybe 3. And I was just like, yeah, sure, sounds perfect. And I say that's perfect because, here's the crazy thing about it, I literally called them up, the other place, and they said, yeah, so, by the way, new treasure, nice. I called them, and it was like, okay, so when can you accept? And I was like, well, we're going to be shutting down for like 2 weeks, and then we'll probably be able to accept patients in March. I was like, what? By the way, another fragrant remedy, nice. But like, come on, are you kidding me? I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I nearly clicked that. That would've been bad. Sorry, I clicked on something off camera. Anyway, like, no offense, but like, come on, like, I know they did offer to schedule an appointment, and I'm not gonna blame them on it. I'm just saying, like, you know, for chiropractic and stuff I'm going through, like, you think something would be like set in stone, because like, I think my big question is, how come they just suddenly would take like some weeks off, like in February? Like, the only thing I can think of is like they're possibly changing office or something like that. I don't know. It's weird to think about, but that's all that ordeal. That's the whole ordeal right there. Probably later, I'm probably just gonna record a bunch more videos. I think it's for OvenBreak, some for Kingdom, because upcoming soon, Boss Rush is ending, and let me tell you, ooh. That means most likely tomorrow is going to be that new, fresh, pure vanilla cookie awakened update. So I got to make sure I can do whatever I can before I go ahead and just, you know, wait for that new update to come. It'll be great. Anyway, let's get to some other comments. Like, there's one from Nadira Dunstan saying, you have 2 million gems? Yes, actually I do. You know why? Because I just never spend them. Oh, look at those epic treasures. Nice. But yeah, I just never... Wow, we didn't even get the whistle. Only 8 epics? That's sad. Okay, well, probably do like one more or something, because yikes. I at least want to take some time to check out the new treasures. But yes, I do have 2 million crystals, but that's just because I really don't have much of a reason to spend them. Because like usually everyone would assume, oh, okay, well the best thing that you can spend your crystals on is the gacha. Here's the thing though, I always just have cookie cutters in stock. Like usually, especially with the 8th anniversary update, I literally spent coins, the 8th anniversary coin. No, it was the boss rush stuff. There were boss rush coins that you could get, and I spent them on like 50 extra normal cookie cutters and 50 magical cookie cutters. Or magical and special, I think that's the term. But like, I just got 50 of each just from this one update. Which means like my crystal limit has not been touched. The only times where I spend my crystals is if I speed up building production. And even then so, I have thousands upon thousands of like speed up timers. Like seriously, I just don't spend. Like just focus, manage your money wisely and it'll be fine. Anyway, there is another comment from Draco which says, I really love the young ancient designs. They're great and they're great for looking like average heroes before becoming ancient heroes, and they're also quite adorable. Hello there, Great Sage Gem. But them having become friends after just so happening to be one after the other the same monster, we finally get to see how they first became friends, or how they first met after just so happening to be after the same monster. What? If they ever do something similar with the beast, I would like to see how they used to gain the respect of cookies, since the power of the soul gem was already baked with them. The second cutscene being what happens right after they get corrupted and sealed away, showcasing the effects of their chaos and other cookies' reactions to it. I would call it Fall of the Mighty, which directly leads to Might of the Ancients in the timeline. I feel like Fall of the Mighty would actually be pretty cool, though then again, I think the only one we've definitively seen some past for so far is Burning Spice Cookie, when it was kind of like the moment that their fall actually happened, because they were just like bored all the time, and they could just like, you know, just destroy kingdoms at just the tip of their finger. So, I guess that could be like some definition of it, but maybe it could be like beforehand? I don't know, it would be pretty unique to think about, but I think I'd like to see some more backstory, especially with the new Awakened Pure Vanilla Cookie update, considering how there's 2 new costumes, one for Pure Vanilla and one for Shadow Milk, where it's gonna make them look like Pure Vanilla's absolute worst and Shadow Milk's absolute best, back when they were the virtue of, you know, the truth, and Pure Vanilla was just like, you know, feeling fully numb. Like, I'm really hoping that they act similarly to White Pearl Cookie, where like White Pearl Cookie is a costume for Black Pearl Cookie, but it totally changes her attitude. So if their attitudes do not change, I will actually be kind of disappointed, because, you know, if you don't change the attitudes while they look like that, that would be ridiculous. I would love to see like new custom like Shadow Milk's like voice lines when they're acting like that. The only problem is, I kind of doubt that for Pure Vanilla, because that would imply that Pure Vanilla would need to return for the the voice acting strike, which I'm hoping the strike is over. If it's not over, then that's going to be upsetting, but hopefully when the strike is over, he could just fill out those voice lines, because, you know, I'm praying, because if you don't know, there's a strike going on about, like, the use of AI and stuff like that, and I think that's stupid, so they should just cut that out. Anyway, we got even less. Only 7. It's a good thing I have hundreds of these things. Okay, well, I think, before I actually go ahead and try and test out some of these treasures, just to get a few comments out of the way, Lai Cheng, actually, you know, let's do a speed round. Let's just do this. Lai Cheng left a comment saying the cookies really do build a Hokage face wall for the ancients. Hokage? You know what? I don't even know what that means, but you must be onto something. Sonic Gamer also left a comment saying, I've been playing this Roblox game called Dandy's World, and I've been playing it lately, not sure if you ever heard it, and I've got to say, for a kid-friendly horror game, it's actually pretty fun. I actually have played it myself. The only thing is, I never played it on my own. I kind of played it with friends. It's actually not the worst game in the world. It's actually pretty nice, and can be pretty addictive at times. I just say, I think it's a lot more fun when you play with friends and you start to strategize, because later on, some of the levels can get hard. I don't even remember what my highest level was, but I can tell you one thing. I made it pretty plumbing far. But, yeah, I'm pretty much a professional in that game. Even though I have barely any of the characters unlocked. But, Sirp's Official also left a comment saying, can't wait for the Might of the Beast. So another person left that comment, like, not the same comment, but literally Draco just said a comment about that earlier. Or Fall of the Mighty, or something like that. That's what they said. Everyone wants that. Anyway, Mortem also left a comment saying, what if you dedicate a video for a comic catch-up? I feel like that would make sense. The only problem is, I feel like, you know, it would be not much in regards to content. It would just be more in regards to, you know, comment reading, which I feel like if you want to also, like, you know, participate in these videos, it's nice to read up on the comments, but it'd also be nice to, you know, just talk about the comments. Well, also, like, focus on the video content. You gotta find a fine line between content and comments. Because if you don't, then how can you focus on one to the other? So my videos are just a perfect mismatch of each. But LeonGG would also love to comment saying, question of the day, yes, I sometimes buy a sandwich. I can go for a sandwich right now. I took my blood sugar today, which, oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Because I was reading some comments. But I got a blood sugar, like, glucose checker today. I scanned it recently. I was at a plebing 79, which is plebing incredulous. I'm so glad that I'm leaving out those super big blood sugar levels. And also, just to read one more before I try and test out the treasures, there's a comment from Wetbread saying, bro, I finished the third part of the Mighty Ancients when I got Hollyberry straight after that. Wait, are you saying you got Hollyberry before you even got, like, you know, to the end? Like, you know, when you start the Might of the Ancients, you can you could choose and pick a legend. So, did you not choose Hollyberry, and they just gave you Hollyberry later on? If that's the case, then how much luck do you have, and how can I get some? Anyway, it won't be much, but I would like to try and test out some of these treasures, so what I'm most likely going to do is, I'm probably just going to, I was about to say, did I go with Shadow Milk Cookie? Because I'm pretty sure I did at some point, but, are these treasures? So I'm trying to make sure that all these are figured out. But, so let's go ahead and load up onto here. And maybe I'll test like one after the other. I guess that would make a good amount of sense. We'd have to do this one first, which at the beginning of the battle provides damage resist 15%. I guess do a test out on that. We'll just do one each. And then see how that can manage, how we can manage from there. Hopefully, before this update ends, I am able to get an extra Shadow Milk Cookie. But you never know. But let's just test this out. So I have to activate this with Q, I think. Q doesn't work. What if you just work? Wait, hold on, wait. At the beginning of the battle, provides damage resist team allies. Do they have that though? It's every like couple of seconds, because it does. Because here's the thing, I am pressing Q. Doesn't seem like it's working. So I don't know if this is in, because it does say it's passive. Unless it activated like the start of the battle. If it started at the start of the battle, then sure, I can understand that. But I don't know. It just said like Q to activate, so like okay, sure, why not? Don't worry, Shadow Milk's got it. No worries. Don't worry, they can carry. It's level 30 carrying a level 80. It's fine. Could you imagine? I just messed that up. I'm at level 9. Are they level? No, they're not even level 9. They're still just level 80. No, wait, aren't they level? Because a lot of other cookies I have are level 80. I haven't upgraded some of the Might of the Ancients yet. Or no, the Hall of Ancient Heroes, I mean. So, I still gotta do that. So anyway, let me just go ahead and check something. So if I go over here, obviously, it didn't seem like that treasure did. Of course, it did provide some buff, but it does say, the Grey Sage Gem buff can be applied once to a total of 3 cookies at the same time. Does it need to be 3 cookies to work? If it needs to be 3 cookies to work, that's a scam. I swear on everything. Can't. There's no way. It just said at the start. Or maybe it automatically activates? Oh gosh, I'm confused. This is bad. Where's that one other thing I had? This thing. Charge in 3 seconds, cooldown. Okay, so this one is an active one. Let me just check, just to make sure. I need to be sure about this. Yeah, that one's an active one. So it would be ones that I would have to actively press. So that one just works. Okay, so for the other one, I can provide like an actual shield for me, I'm pretty sure. Get some sort of a healing going on. I would like to go ahead and murder people now, try to use the treasure, especially with the second one, because I guess the other one was just like, I guess I got confused because it was like Q and activate. But yeah, okay, so W. So I can press that and then it would do that. It shines like that, and oh shoot. Excuse me? Was that all the damage resist and damage debuffs I'm getting? And didn't it say it can be used up to 3 times? If that's the case, I think the best thing that you can just do is like spam whenever you can. Or whenever you're like in a very big pitch. Candy Apple, come back, where are you? So if I use it right now, provides planning debuff resistance, I'm pretty sure. Man, I'm really good at trying to list all these details down. Yeah, removes debuffs from 2 allies. So, wait a second. Weakness? They just suddenly have weakness? Was that when the skill was activated? No, it's from one of the enemies. I would assume. If I could just let them, like, stay there for a moment. Okay, hold on, wait. Can one of them apply weakness or something? Some sort of a debuff? Can they? They're not gonna, aren't they? Plug it. Alright. They do get debuff resistance, which I'm pretty sure would have been real nice to show if I literally just applied that while they had weakness. But I was afraid, like, oh no, that'll wear off in like a couple seconds. So it's easy. By the way, thank you for the sparkling soul stone. I think that's about it for this video, because I got the treasures, I kind of tested them out. I feel like they do have their uses, though the thing is, I'm pretty sure the meta treasures that you basically use being, you know, the whistle, the scroll, plumbing the watch, even the feather for that matter, they really can't be outclassed. Unless if you were to get a lot of them, then maybe you can optimize them later on. I don't know, it's interesting to think about, but with that being said, the last things I'll do is I will just read a last few comments I do see in the video, which one comes from Mortem saying, question of the day, as often as possible, and not for gas. I live in one if I could. I don't buy anything sometimes, but I do love extra flamin' hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper Zero. First, rarely get stock. Really, you'd think they'd be the most commonly stocked, you know, extra flamin' hot? Well, maybe just regular flamin' hot, but extra flavor hot? Sheesh. But also, Smart Inspired left a comment saying, playing matching cards minigames in Kick Your Own Kingdom, China was wild. I won so many times. And it's in Flower City themed. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That's the one that I raged at. Yeah, that one's great. Especially when you get the hang of it. It's actually really easy. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Your Own content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Your Own YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise, you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi, or for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.